One was a charismatic country
told me
club
to watch
king,
the
the
Rivalry.
kind of player that had graced the golf
Here
world
he is,
for
man.
over a century. The other was a quiet Muni kid with a mind like no other and an ability never before seen. Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson couldn't have been much more different.
Phil
Yet they
Mick.
shared the stage
I
at the
gotta watch
summit
a
of
Phil
golf
Mick
for
vid
a
alone,
quarter
though.
century, and that forced a brutal rivalry that has taken a toll on each of their legacies
play golf.
ever
Yeah,
since the very beginning.
Oh my God.
In
bro.
golf, we don't
Was it
see
really
a
a
ton of
rivalry,
rags
though?
to riches stories. At least, we didn't see a ton of them in the 90s. Sure, there were a few, but nothing like we experienced with baseball or basketball, and so there's never been a ton of focus on the early lives of golfers because they're generally very similar. Golfing father growing up at a country club with
Is that
every
really how it
opportunity
is, though? Like, cause I ain't really, people usually gonna go into what they learning as a kid. I ain't really had nobody to look up to that played anything in my life and my family, so it's really like,
viable
but
in
that's
front of the
probably really-
kid. Phil Mickelson, well, is almost a perfect example of that. He grew up in San Diego and Scottsdale, Arizona. His father, being an airline pilot and real estate investor, had plenty of time to teach him the
This
game.
nigga
and
hit
his
golf balls as
grandfather-
a youngin'? Him and... Let me guess, he had back problems too, huh? Y'all boys better stop that.
Fatality.
Boy, hitting them golf balls at 2 years old, bro. Y'all
was a
bats
caddy
is
at
done.
Pebble Beach. By no means did he grow up with
was a caddy at
everything
Pebble
at his
Beach. That's
footsteps,
crazy.
but it's a story we've definitely heard
I tell you
before,
what.
but you can't
I
really
tell
say
you
the same
what.
for Tiger. Now,
I tell
Woods'
you
father had
what.
been an elite athlete before.
Hold on.
and say the
I tell
same
you,
for
hold on.
Tiger.
I tell
Now,
you
Woods-
what. I ain't gonna lie. We definitely gotta watch the solo Phil Mickelson video. We got to, bro. He the GOAT from that right there. He top 5, top 3. Stop playing with Phil. Or I ain't gonna lie. He got him a nice one. I'm talking about she is glowing. Look at little Phil though.
definitely heard
Look at little
before,
Phil.
but
Nah, this made me
you
love
can't
him
really say
even
the
more.
same
I
for
gotta watch him
Tiger.
now.
Now, Woods' father
But we
had
gotta
been
watch
an
the
elite
rivalry
athlete
first.
before, and just like Phil's dad was a veteran, but that's really where the similarities ended. Tiger grew up playing at public courses and a Navy course in California where his father turned him into a golf robot effectively.
I
He was
swear to
programmed
God.
to break all of
I
Jack Nicklaus's
swear,
records
bro.
and win everything in golf from a very early age. And on his way to becoming a pro, he eventually did that, even outshadowing an already professional Phil Mickelson while coming
he was already
up
professional?
as an amateur. In the early
Say,
1990s,
swear to
the
God.
Mickelson name was gathering hype as he climbed up the rankings at Arizona State. He won 3 individual NCAA championships, became the first left-hand golfer to win the U.S. Amateur in 1990.
Oh, he was
and won
lefty?
a PGA Tour event even before he went professional in January 1991.
I am getting some airtime, all right?
Young Phil snagged a lot of headlines and looked to be a very big name for a long time in golf. And then a scrawny teenager started really picking up momentum.
You have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit this shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone and you block out your...
This is insane.
Tiger Woods, his insane mentality and wild athleticism grabbed the world by storm and grabbed the title of the next big thing kind of right out from under Phil. Tiger won 3 straight U.S. Junior Amateurs, followed that up with 3 straight U.S. Amateurs while also being the Low-Am in the 1995
Tiger is
Masters.
just
And from there, Tiger Mania
different.
took over the world and distracted people from Phil Mickelson.
Tiger Woods Mania, the golf superstar.
Tiger Mania.
Tiger Woods Mania officially has arrived at the Copperhead course.
I don't think I have to remind anyone of how incredible Tiger was in those early years. In 1997,
bro.
Woods won the Masters by a
We
then
gonna
record
watch them
12
full
strokes, and
highlights,
2
trust me.
months
We gonna
later
watch
set
them full-
another
hey.
record in the
We gonna watch them full highlights. Trust me, they coming. We gonna watch him.
fastest ascent to world's #1 in golf history.
12 under in his last 27 holes, prompting 6-time Masters champ Jack Nicklaus to utter, quote, "He's playing a type of golf we are not familiar with."
Sure, I felt ready to go.
Jack said that.
Probably actually too ready to go.
I watched Jack too.
Thursday
Jack
came around,
is.
I was too fired
If
up.
Jack
but,
said that,
I've settled down and I'm playing well now.
You know, obviously he's setting a standard right now. It's very difficult for anybody to keep up with.
In 2000, he won 6 straight PGA Tour events and, well, almost won a 7th, and would have if it weren't for Phil Mickelson. He beat Tiger by 4 strokes to win that year's Buick Invitational in La Jolla, California. At that point, despite them both being prominent players for a few years, that rivalry really started to take shape. Though not necessarily grabbing all the headlines, he was always competing, but just not winning at least as much as Tiger was. However, Phil was often very
Phil
close
just
to
looked
him
like
in
a cool
tournaments, and that
dude,
left a lot of people
He looked like he
questioning
cool.
what Phil's career could have been like if he hadn't come up with the greatest game changer golf had ever seen. There was the 2001 Arnold Palmer Invitational, where Tiger broke a slump of 5 tournaments without a win by outlasting an in-form.
This man Arnold Palmer got an Arnold Palmer Invitational. Let me know in the comments, should I watch Arnold Palmer, bro? Because this man got an Invitational name up there. Stop playing. That's insane. Gotta be one of the
by
goats.
1 stroke with a birdie on,
Hold on, he what
18
happened?
on Sunday.
Hold on, he
That
beat
set him on
what
a
happened?
path.
Go back.
Tiger broke a slump of 5 tournaments without a win by outlasting an in-form Mickelson by 1 stroke with a birdie on 18 on Sunday. That set him
By
on the
1
path of
stroke,
winning
that's
4 of his
nasty.
next 5 events, including the 2001 Masters, where he made it 4 straight major victories. Then came the 2002 U.S. Open, where the crowd took on a wet and rainy Bethpage Black that saw Woods end the week being the only player under par in the field, while Phil
only
slipped
player
into
under
second
par?
yet again, despite having the crowd
-4. Phil, he even. That's crazy. But you know what's crazy? I just started playing the Masters on PS5, bro. And I'm understanding this a lot now. It's making me understand it better playing the game. I want to do it in real life. I'm gonna have a video. First time playing golf in real life. I played mini golf. Haven't played actual, like, real life, no, the actual golf. But that's insane. Tiger was, like, in prime.
overwhelmingly on his side. This made Phil Mickelson 0-40 in his career in majors, while Woods had gone and won everything.
Hold on. He was 0-40? And Tiger just come in here and just win one. Go ahead and win one. I'd have been mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been
on
pissed.
top of the world
I'd have
with
been
Phil Mickelson
I'd
in
have
his
been
shadow.
mad.
Tiger Woods halfway to the slam and his second U.S. Open championship.
Going into 2004, Mickelson had 17 top 10 finishes in majors, and yet hadn't won a single time. Tiger in that same period
haven't
had
won nothing?
8. It wasn't even.
Hold on, bro. This shit talking about some more rivalry.
How, Sway?
A rivalry.
Fuck no. And I'ma stand on that. Okay. And they can get in my DM.
Hold
you
on.
can get in my DM all you want
Hold on.
every day.
He might. Hold on. I don't get how he going. He might. All right, let's keep watching because he might do something like he might start winning something around here.
Really much
Because
of a
Tiger just
comparison
taking everything.
Yet. That is until Phil
Give him
secured
one,
his
Tiger.
green
There you go.
jacket in the 2004
He got a
Masters,
Masters.
beating Ernie Els by 1
Birdie
stroke
at
at the great
18.
Augusta National. At this point, Tiger was undergoing his second major swing overhaul in 5 years and was relatively
Hold on.
struggling.
Hold on. So it took. Damn, he didn't win one until 04? I know y'all been telling me to watch Phil Mickelson. Yeah, Phil Mickelson, I think, yeah. But is it somebody else that's better than Phil? Like, I know y'all named somebody. I think
He'd go
Greg
on to lose the world
McElroy, y'all
number 1
said.
spot to Vijay Singh at the end of the year, and
Come on,
Phil
man, golfer
picked up
in
some.
2004. Vijay Singh. Who was the Vijay Singh? VG. Who that? South Africa. Retief Goosen. Ernie Ellis.
Momentum from there. For the first time in 4 years, Phil Mickelson won 4 tour events, including the PGA
Okay.
Championship.
He started
He was
cooking.
gaining some ground. He had finally won majors, and
I'm keeping 100. I gotta watch a solo Phil episode just because he got him a beautiful wife and 3 beautiful daughters. I love Phil. He the greatest man of all time. The greatest man. And his smile is just... He the greatest man, bro. He the greatest, bro. Or a god. He top 5 in my book.
PGA Championship.
He right next to
He
Tiger.
was gaining some ground.
Just off that
He
alone.
finally won majors,
Say
and
nah.
he was taking
But
control
nah,
of golf.
Phil?
Right? Well, Not exactly. Tiger began regaining his form, walking out of 2005 with 6 tournament wins and 2 majors. Even when Phil began gaining ground, Tiger dragged him back to being, at most, second best. However, everything changed in 2009.
Oh yeah.
Website TMZ released
photos it did happen. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie. Before this happened, my boy.
Finish him.
I ain't gonna lie, he was doing you worse.
Investigators to explain the 2:30 a.m. accident just past his driveway.
But it wasn't a member of the media who issued the strongest condemnation of his behavior. It was instead the fellow pro who'd introduced Woods and his wife 8 years ago.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
For one of the first times in his very
That
long
shit
career,
still so
Woods
cringe to
voluntarily
me.
took a
A
step
nigga apologizing for cheating on his wife. Bro, that's an in-house. Why you apologize to the media? Like, that shit so cringe.
away from golf. And you'd think this would be a great time for Phil Mickelson to take advantage. He was Tiger's rival, right? Shouldn't it be his turn?
I'm sorry, that's how I felt about that situation, but let's keep it going.
No. Well, he did perform, winning the Tour Championship in 2009 and the Masters the following year.
Okay, he won Masters 2 out of 10.
It wasn't a complete takeover, the one
We're gonna watch a
some
field
people
video.
might have expected since he had rivaled Tiger for so long.
In the past 2 decades, Mickelson finished second 5 times at the U.S. Open. This year, he already won the Masters.
Second 5 times
creeping
is
closer
nuts.
to that coveted #1 ranking.
Everybody who plays golf as a professional is motivated to try to become #1.
In 2010, after winning the Masters, Phil was in a very good position to become
5-time second place, bro. They gotta hurt. I'm talking about that gotta hurt.
the top-ranked player in golf. He
We
was
gotta
one
do
of
a
the
deep
favorites
dive
to
on
win
the
that year's
field,
U.S.
man.
Open at Pebble Beach, and after going 75-66 in the first 2 rounds, was in pretty good position to do so. He went into the weekend just 2 shots back from the lead, but 2 73s were only good enough for a joint 4th-place finish. The rest of the season saw more disappointing finishes, eventually allowing Lee Westwood to
Rivalry.
grab that #1 spot. Despite his failures the year before, 2011 would come with one major bright spot for all the Tiger vs. Phil rivalry proponents, with Mickelson sliding ahead of Tiger to 3rd place in the world golf rankings, while Woods fell to 7th for the first time since the 1997 Masters.
That's insane. Bro, 1997, 2011, bro, that's a 14-year gap. A man is just dominating you. Just straight dominating you.
Finish him.
I'm talking about a rivalry, bro. This ain't no rivalry, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love Phil. I like to smile. We gonna have to watch an in-depth Phil video because this video ain't gonna give Phil his credit, who's due credit. But bro, rivalry? Somebody gotta come up with a real Tiger rivalry, bro. Somebody gotta put in the comments. Somebody who I gotta watch next versus Tiger. Like, bro, come on, bro. This not a rivalry, bro. What we doing? 14.
However,
niggas is
those
killing.
expectations of him finally superseding Tiger wouldn't come to anything, as putting problems and inconsistency plagued the rest of the 36-year-old's
I ain't gonna lie, I'm keeping it 100
year.
with y'all.
Phil proves to be great, but even without Tiger being Tiger, Mickelson was unable to grab the reins of the tour the way younger Tiger had.
That's insane. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all though. When I be playing the game and I be putting, they should be making me want to turn the game off, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. I be like, bro, what though?
The 2010s came around, they
I
were
know
filled
real
with
life probably
very
gonna break
little
the club.
from these two so-called rivals. They were older and slower and struggled to compete with the likes of Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, or Dustin Johnson.
Okay, Rory McIlroy. I seen his face before. I ain't seen these two faces before, but I seen his face before. Buddy right here, him.
For a lot of people, their time was over. And then Tiger went and won the 2019
I gotta watch
Masters.
that.
Perhaps the
'Cause y'all been telling
greatest
me to
golf
watch that. I gotta
run
watch
of
that.
all time. It seemingly ended the story of
That's
the
insane.
GOAT and Phil Mickelson and their rivalry. But
Was
that
it
wouldn't
ever a
exactly
rivalry
be the
though?
case, because with Phil, even though he was 5 years older than Tiger, wasn't done either. In 2021,
Say
Mickelson
that.
became the oldest major champion in golf history when he held off Brooks Koepka and Louis Oosthuizen to win the PGA Championship by 2 strokes. For many people with their special relationship to Phil Mickelson because of how well he treated so many fans, they hold this victory as potentially even more important to them than the 2019 Masters victory for Tiger. But realistically, since that point, since Phil won in 2021, this rivalry has only been about Phil. In 2022, he made the crazy money move to live, where a lot of people thought he would retire after a long career, and then he came back and had the performance of the tournament in the 2023 Masters, finishing with a final round 65 to come in just 4 strokes back of Jon Rahm, while Tiger, well,
so he got one
Master
with 2 Masters?
Making the cut. Phil's consistency yet again has shown through that despite being in his mid-50s, he's still able to compete with the best, while Tiger Woods has been wildly quiet. This brutal rivalry was once so hard on Phil, as Tiger took over the world while Mickelson was in what was supposed to be his prime. But now everything has flipped, as this consistency that Phil has shown us golf viewers something that Tiger wasn't able to do.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's like, bro, when you in your prime and somebody else just come and take your spotlight, just come and take your damn. That's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's tough, bro. I gotta go a deep
Phil
dive
Mickelson
on
was
Phil,
very
bro.
similar to the great golfers of decades past, with his childhood and now with his entire career. A lot of great golfers compete well into their 40s and beyond, but Tiger, well, he wasn't exactly like that, at least consistency. He built a swing that was unsustainable for longevity. However, that swing created game-changing moments, literally having courses lengthened because of him, and a pure dominance the game will probably never see again. Having the two of them compete together for so many years gave us this wild contrast between history and Phil and the future in Tiger. But my question is, whose career would you rather have? For me, I would take Tiger's.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Who career would we rather have? Man, is you crazy? What kind of question
Today
is that?
and any day. Woods was a once-in-a-lifetime player, even if we experienced him for a few
I ain't
years
gonna lie though,
less
Phil.
than we did Phil. Thank you for watching my documentary. If you want to get access,
I ain't gonna lie, you should put more highlights in your documentary, my guy. I gotta watch more. I gotta watch highlights, bro. But I'm already know, bro. They be blocking the highlights, bro. And I be doing like 4 highlights of 4 things like in the field. Best, but like if I do it on a page from a main page, they block it. I gotta figure out a way to get like to where I can at least post it. Like it won't let me post it, gang. That's why I'm be like, bro. But I be, bro. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. On the road to 10K. I'm doing a giveaway at 10K. You feel me? So y'all tune in for that. But I'm gonna see y'all next video. Y'all already know what's going on, man. No cap. Y'all want to see more golf, man? Let me know who I should watch next. Let me know who is Tiger actual rivalry, or do he not even got one? It's Tiger versus everybody. You know what I'm saying? Tiger versus everybody. But let me know in the comments, man. I'm gonna see y'all next, bro. No